Hey, I'm Matthew with Make It So Games, and today I'm going to play Trapped 5, a game I made in 2005 for Newgrounds.com. It was a Flash game. Let's get into it. Trapped actually had its own little subdomain within Newgrounds because I had Trapped 1 through 5. Trapped 4 was the most popular, although I think Trapped 5 was really the better of the games. You can play these, by the way. Their links are in the description below. All right, let's press play. Press M to access menu. Okay, we have our items, our map, which we have to buy the map later. We'll fill in the grid, some stats, the controls, and the options. And then over here it says go to options, submenu for music. I like this music, so we'll leave it on here. So the way you play is you use Z to set the bomb and detonate it. And most of the enemies you have to kill to open the doors. Some rooms you don't have to kill the enemies, but if you want to get the best score, you want to try to kill as many enemies as you can. And so there's keys, there's puzzles in this game. It's kind of like Zelda in a way, not even close really, but you know, you got the bombs, you got the keys. It's kind of in a dungeon-like format. It's definitely where I got the inspiration from. The coins are just, there's a shop at some point, and really the coins are only for a map and a key that you need to buy. Here's a little secret. Press A on this blue button and moves this brown block. And then we go into the portal, and we can get the first half of the white key. And once we get the other half, we can open the white door, which is really just like an Easter egg. See, in this room, we have to kill all the enemies to open up the door on the bottom right. I think there's like 5 or 6 different kinds of enemies. They all do something a little different. They all move a little bit differently. The orange guys are the easiest. They just move randomly. The blue ones have a little bit more energy, and they move by like chasing you essentially. These black enemies, once you bomb them, they become invisible, or half invisible for a few seconds, and you can't hit them again until they're fully visible. So you just gotta time it right. Now in this game, you actually can't die. If you run out of life, you just use lives, and at the end, your score is based on how many lives you used. So I'm gonna do my best here and try not to use any lives, but this game is pretty challenging at times, and it's really hard to not use any lives. My best score is an A+, personally, and it's really hard to do it, but I didn't use any lives. See, I'm about to use a life right now, unless I can find a health pack. Come on, health pack. Nope. My best time is a little over half an hour, and I visited all the rooms, killed all the enemies, and didn't use any lives. It's extremely challenging. My goal in this... Oops, see, I just used a life. That's okay. My goal is just to get through the game and show... Oh, there was a health pack too. Oh no. My goal is just to show you the game and all the features and the puzzles and whatnot. Okay. So really, I didn't even have to kill all those guys. Come over here, we hit the blue button, opens up that brown block over there, and now we can get the yellow key, which is the first step in this game. Down here, you can see there's some brown blocks with cracks, and we can't go through there yet. It doesn't do anything. But once we get the bomb upgrade, the super bomb, we can break those blocks. Now over here, in this room, there's 2 blue buttons. This blue button we can't get to. And this one we can press But really, for now, what it's doing is it's trapping us in here. And eventually we can push that blue block out of the way, out of the way. And then we can press the other blue button. And then we can open that door down there. So this happens much later. Okay. Get the yellow key. And now that I have the yellow key, I can go to where the yellow room is. Obviously, I know where these rooms are because I made the game, but there's a map, and you know, the game kind of guides you in a way. There's only so many places you can go. You shouldn't really get too lost. A fan of the game back in 2005 actually made a really awesome map of the whole world. So I'll show you that. Let's skip this guy, go to the yellow door, and we'll get the push power. It says push power is needed to push the blue blocks. Some brown blocks can also be pushed. Cool. Skip this guy. Come over here, push this over, push it up, and get some coins and some health. I'll leave that health there for now. You'll notice on the bottom there's another path. You'll see later in the game that we will enter that room down there. So now that I have the blue push power, we can use that over here. Eventually we'll get the raft, and then we can go into the water. I can't buy the orange key yet because I need the blank key and 50 coins, but I can buy the map. So once you buy the map, basically it fills in all those gray blocks, and the white squares are where I've visited, and it shows where I am and where I started and where the store is. It's pretty cool. All right. So there's the white door. Can't go in there yet. Got to find the other half of the white key. I don't want these guys to trap me. So I have to kill them so I can open up that top door. So for any room, if you're in the doorway here, you can't be hit, which is nice. And then if you're like trapped like this, you can't get into the room because of the enemy. You can just exit and come back in. And they're randomly placed. The turrets will also hit the enemies if the turret bullet happens to, you know, collide with the enemy. And then for this new green enemy, they just kind of blink off and on, and they follow you just like the blue guys. But if they're not visible, if they're invisible, oh, you can see right there the turret is actually killing the enemy for me. Very nice. Cool. Drop the health pack too, which I don't need. But the green guys, you can't blow them up if they're invisible. So you do have to time that right. Oop. So what's interesting about this room is that you think, okay, I killed all the enemies, now what? You actually have to push this over, and then you can hit A on there. Over here in this room, people who probably first played this are very confused by what this is. It's actually used later in a puzzle, and so it's a really good idea to write down the position of these blocks. And so the blue block is on square 5, and the yellow block is on square 7. Starting from right here as a reference. And then the green is on 3 and the red is on 2. So I'm going to write that down. 5, 7, 3, 2. Super important. Use later. Okay, here's one of the first puzzles. First we have to destroy all the enemies, and then we have to push that blue block onto the gray switch down there. So I'll show you in a second. So the first thing is that brown block moves out of the way when you kill all the enemies, and it allows you to push this blue block. And what's cool about this is if somehow you mess up, like right here, if you mess up now, you can't push this blue block away from the wall. You just hit this button with A, and then it resets the puzzle. The idea here is to push the blue block onto that gray button, and then it will open up a passageway to that door there, so I can exit the room. There we go. Pretty easy. In this room, there's a bunch of enemies. There's some blocks you can push. Really, all you have to do is go here. Oh, now I'm stuck. And hit that button. So you don't really need to waste your time in here. Alright, first boss. You push A on this question mark. It says beware. And when we come in here, it's like, okay, what is this about? And you try to exit, and as soon as you go all the way to the right of the room is when the boss appears. Got this little cutscene. The snake comes in. Now this is a really cool boss. When you try to blow up his head, you gotta hit him 10 times. If you set the bomb like this, he's gonna eat it, right? So what you have to do is just time this right. Oh, he also can tongue you. But if you time it right like this, this is pretty much how you defeat him. Oh no. Get out of here. No, no, no. I used 2 lives. Sneaky little snake. Got him. Okay, what's the reward here? Oh, another question mark. So here we have a code, password, and it's always random. 2168. Gonna need that later. And now we gotta backtrack a little bit. Backtrack all the way to the room where we need to use the code, which I didn't show you the first time around, but up here, if you press A in front of this door, it says enter the password. 2168. And again, that 4-digit password is always random. That leads us to the red key. And so now we can go to that red door near the beginning. And another kind of enemy. So the enemy lines up with you vertically and horizontally, and then he shoots that little blue bullet at you. And they always drop a health pack, the red guys. They never drop coins. So here's that one room. Now we're in the bottom half of it. And so this is kind of cool. This is a built-in tutorial. So we're about to get the super bomb. And here the only way to go is to push this onto that gray button. The gray button is gonna close in that brown block. And now I'm stuck in here. So here's a block you can blow up with the super bomb, but didn't get it yet. So I'm stuck in here. I'm forced to go right. And then I'm forced to get the super bomb. And it says that super bomb is a more powerful upgrade to the bomb. It's also able to blow up some walls and blocks. The ones with the brown cracks. And if I go back, the tutorial is kind of built in Now I can exit by blowing up this block and pushing this blue block out of the way. And now that I have the super bomb, enemies, basically it does twice the damage that the regular bomb does, so enemies die faster. And then over here in that one room, there is these blocks I can blow up. Before I go down there though, I do want to show you over here what the push power is used for. So now that I have the push power, I can press this button, but I'm able to escape by pushing that blue block, and then now I have access to this blue button. It opens this door, but you'll notice, you know, I need the orange key. And then it's foreshadowing down there that eventually I can get the orange key. Or I'm sorry, the green key. So that will, I will be back for that. Alright, let's go down here where I blew up these blocks. We got a new enemy, a purple enemy. We have a green door. Here I do have to kill all these enemies to open the door on the left. The purple enemy is very similar to the orange enemy, except for when you finally destroy it, it blows up, and that can hurt you or other enemies. Okay, here I'm going to try to skip these enemies if I can. So I can't go in the water yet. This is a little dock, but you can only go on the dock and you can't enter the water. So once I get the raft after the second boss, I'll be able to explore a little bit more. Okay, can't get the blue key yet. How do I go in here? The door won't open. Well, there's actually an enemy right here. It's a block enemy. He only is activated when you get close to him, and he just chases you very fast. And there you go. There's also a secret up here. This is where you get the other half of the white key. I should have made it so just you only need to blow up these blocks once to destroy them, because it's kind of annoying to do it 3 times. I mean, you need the super bomb to blow them up anyway, so what's the point of doing it 3 times? It's just kind of annoying. Yep, I really screwed up there. Trapped myself in there. Okay, here's a really cool puzzle. This first block you have to push, and when you push it to get through, you're going to put it on that gray button. And when you do that, it moves this brown block, which kind of traps you in the room from the bottom. So then you're forced to move this down. And then here, you'll notice that you can blow up some of these blocks, which is necessary. Got another button there, and if I go on it, it'll move something like that. But if I go off of it, it goes back, so that doesn't do me any good. So I need to push a blue block onto that button. So I'm going to free up this blue block first. Oop. And this blue button is really just to reset the puzzle in case you mess up. Like if you push this blue block into a corner, you would have to press this blue button. So the idea behind this first blue block is to push it onto this button here, which moves that brown block. Then now that that's out of the way, you're able to push this blue block onto the other gray button. And we already seen what this does. It moves that brown block, which allows you to bomb this spot, which will bomb that block, which finally lets you push the blue button or the blue block off the original button that you moved it onto, so you can exit the room. So that puzzle is just so cool. I'm so proud of it. Now we're at the bottomless pit section of the game, and you can actually blow up the bad guys and kind of push them off the edge. I can also fall down like that. This says bottomless pit warning. Oh. Damn. I'll show you, you can actually blow them off the side there. Alright, I'm gonna skip that. This game is so hard to beat without dying once. Oh no. I'm losing a lot of lives, or using lives. So once you beat all those enemies, the ground appears here, which allows you to exit. And then here's a portal that goes all the way back to that beginning part where you saw that portal that you can get that health now. This room has a lot going on. It has one of each enemy. It has the block in the middle that you can blow up. It has all these bottomless pits. But really, I'm just dying like crazy here. Really what you need to do is just, I mean, the enemy is kind of getting in the way, so you probably should kill them. But really the button is underneath this block here. Alright, here's that puzzle. So you have to put these in the right position based on that previous room. If you hit the button and it's not right, you get shot. But if I put this at 5, 7, 3, and 2, and then hit the button, it'll open up. And all of that to hit this button, which moves those brown blocks out of the way. Now I go all the way back around. Now I can go down here and make my way towards that room where the brown blocks opened up. Here you see the arrows on the ground. It points in a direction, and that just means that you can't move against it. So I'm forced to go down this way. And we got these block enemies again. Oops. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna skip this, but you could blow these up. Move this, blow that up. Actually, you know what? I'll just get it. What the heck? And we got boss number 2. Beware. This is the snake head, essentially. And the way this works is your bombs don't hurt him. He shoots fireballs at you. And you have to reflect the fireball with the bomb to hurt him. Takes 5 hits. And when he's coming after you, you can just bomb him and he'll go back to the middle of the screen. Got him. Okay, so here's another built-in tutorial. So I don't have the raft yet, can't go over here. When you try to exit this room to the right, the brown block encloses you in. So now I'm forced to go to the right. And then when I come down here, this brown block forces me in the room. And I have to get the raft. Pretty nice raft, right? Just a brown square. The raft is for traveling on water. You enter water by moving onto the brown dock, then into the water. To get back on ground, move onto the dock, then onto ground. So, now that I have it, I can go into the water. The explanation there is basically if I move onto the dock, I can't move back off the dock unless I go into the water first. So it's like the dock is an intermediate kind of position you have to be in. Alright, so that tutorial essentially forces you to use the raft to exit. And now that I have the raft, I can go back to all the rooms that had water and explore that. These arrows force you to go around this way. Backtrack. Here's the water. No dock. Here we go. Go up this way. Remember this room? Get the green key for later. Come down here. Avoid the turret, which I didn't. Get the health. Go through these completely empty rooms full of water. I like the little animation on the water, the little triangles. Little tile set. Okay, finally make it all the way around. Allows you to press this button, which moves those 2 blocks. And then you can get the blue key. And now that I have the blue key, first of all, I have the green key, so I go through here. Avoid these X's. Oh, geez. Okay, here's a cool little puzzle. When you hit this button, it makes that little gun shoot there, and I can rotate it with the bomb. See, that's what this question mark says. Rotate blocks with bomb explosion. So you can rotate these, and what you have to do is get it to rotate all the way around and shoot that target on the top left. Alright, so that's not right. The best way to do this is to actually work backwards. Plus, I pretty much just remember the solution, I think. Should do it. Come down here, now we get the blank key. And we can go back to the store and use the blank key plus 50 coins to get the orange key, I think it was. And then we can go fight the boss, the final boss. First thing I want to do is go to that white, I think that white room. No, it's not this way. I'm going to open the white door, I should say. I think it's... Oh man, I forget where it is. This way? Nope. That's where we started. Come up to the store, get the orange key. So you can see in my inventory I have all the keys. Map's pretty much completed, just got a few more rooms to go to. And here's another spot where you use the raft. Allows me to press this button here to move that block, and I can use the blue key there. Oh, here's the white door. Perfect. You come through here, get this little stats book. Go to stats. It says press space to view it. Here it is. Cool. Gives you stats on the enemies, their attack power, life, how they move. Pretty cool. Just a little Easter egg. Not necessary to complete the game. But now that I have the blue key and the orange key, I can go fight the boss, which I believe is this way. Yeah. Get some health. The last beware message. And when you first enter this room, cutscene, boss appears, turret appears, floor disappears all the way around. You only have to hit him 5 times, but the bomb doesn't do anything. Oh, and he shoots fire at you. So this is really challenging. To beat this game without dying once is so hard. But the way you kill this guy is that you have to line up, you have to time it so the turret hits his head. It can be very difficult to do. Wow. I don't know what I was thinking making this so hard. Come on, one more. Yay. Alright, here's the ending. T5 for Trap 5. He comes back in, he sets all these bombs, blows everything up for good. He's like, I'm out of here. And you got the credits. Now at the very end here, it's going to grade you based on the time it took to complete, the enemies killed, the rooms visited, and the lives you used. I did pretty bad. I got a C. Oh, wow. That's definitely a glitch. So it gave me an A+. You saw that it said C at first, though. And that's the end of the game. Now let me show you some reviews. Great game. Dude, that was a great game. I beat it, but I was wondering one thing. Where's the white key? I never found the white key. Beat the game, killed everything, but never found the white key. If you could respond, that would be nice. Oh, that was from 2005. Sorry for not responding, Silverpot 2000, but this video shows you how to get the white key. Let's see here. Speechless, just like Legend of Zelda. Not really. And if you don't want to do the boss, the door code is 2470. Actually, it's funny because the code is random, and even if somehow you could guess the code, it won't work unless you actually kill the boss. So, and 2470 is actually one of my friend's phone numbers, so that's pretty funny. And you can see I responded back in 2005. The code is random every time. KO Toko said in 2005, "Great! This is probably the best game I've played all day. Really hard though. This is a great game. Keep up the good work." Oh, thanks. Ninja EIN says, "A perplexing puzzler. Finally, a adventure game that I can really get into. This game is my current favorite on Newgrounds due to its very challenging nature and difficult enemies and bosses. It also had some great yet simple puzzle elements to it that I rather enjoyed. In short, make more. I really can't wait for more challenges. I really wish I made Trap 6. Let's see if we can find some really bad reviews. "Stupid. I got stuck 30 seconds in by 2 blue things." I don't know. How does it feel like Zelda? I mean, there's nothing like Zelda. It doesn't feel like Zelda at all. Alright. "Needs work. To me, you need to work on the graphics, gameplay, and it needs more weapons." Oh, well I'm sorry that I didn't impress you. "Too hard. The game was way too hard. I quit after about 10 minutes, but good game. The game really isn't that hard, and if it's good, why did you give me a 2 out of 10? Or a 1 out of 5? LOL, I don't even call this a Flash game." Oh, that's very nice of you, John254. I appreciate it. Sorry, but I can't congratulate you on something that a million other people have made before. A million. You run around a dungeon and kill some bad guys. Zelda clone, anybody? The first few minutes kept me excited, and when I found myself constantly running, dropping bombs, running away, and dropping bombs, I got sick of it. It's not that it's hard. It is easy, but it's boring as a son of a bitch. Should I make a Trap 6? Not unless you make it a little more interesting. I would rather just play Zelda and have some fun. Oh man, sorry Rage Master. Tedious as hell. I accidentally clicked on another link and it ended my game. I was seriously relieved. The game takes forever and has crappy game design despite having good programming. 3 bombs to blow up a block. Do you have any idea how tedious that gets? You're absolutely right. Alright, and that's Trap 5. I played through my own game that I made almost 20 years ago. If you want to play it, check the description below. There should be a link to Newgrounds. Let me know what you thought about the game in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next time.